They kick the running back in motion. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 33. What's up?
Mayfield to throw again. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hurry, hurry. Alert, 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 alert. Watch, watch.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it's second down.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Up, up. Watch out.
Throwing again is Baker. Complete to his man, Sterling Shepard. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Watch out.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Buccaneers hoping to put our first points on the board. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Mayfield now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, alert 33. Watch out.
Baker throwing again. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he drives this forward to the 6. Timeout taken by the defense. They're second. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hurry, hurry. Watch out.
Once again, Irving. And he's going to haul it in for the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers get some late points and the lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Williams to start the drive. He breaks the tackle. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
60. Go.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finds Mims. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
Nix with it on first. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Here's Nix. On the move, headed right. He's on the move. And he gets this forward to the 19. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Play action with Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Buccaneers bringing out a dime. Look, 3rd down coming. And he spiked it just in time. So now we'd expect to see their kicker trot out for a try just before we reach halftime. Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This will be a 44-yard look. Bertolet able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Well, we knew it, Brock, and now they know it too. That one was on their defense. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime.
Real.
Throwing it just before halftime. He's going to push one deep down the right. Big gain downfield. And somehow they've reached the end zone with no time remaining in the half. So late in the half, Brock, why not take a shot downfield? And their prayers are answered as they come up with that late touchdown.
You know, this is just a case of who wants it more. If you're in that secondary, all you're thinking is knock the ball down.
Yeah.
Even if you make some contact, right? They rarely call pass interference on plays like that. But somehow, some way, the ball winds up as a touchdown.
We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Marvin Mims now to return it. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Throw on 3rd down. The sideline shot snagged by Sutton. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Second half starts with a run by Williams. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
2nd and 10 now. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
And the Broncos offense isn't leaving the field. Looks like they're going to go for 2. He's throwing for it. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. That's Antoine Winfield Jr.
Those defenders, they're just as excited as the fans when the offense signals they're going for 2. It's a chance to directly keep points off the board and really show some of that swagger that good defenses have.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Got Evans, it's complete. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. This finds Evans, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Offense up to the line fast. Irving here from the gun. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense. These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
So we're through 3 here. It's Buccaneers football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on for one final quarter. Second and 3 now.
Hey, alert 33. Done.
From the 29. That's going to be cut by Evans. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
1st and 10, it's Mayfield. This one finds Irving. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Cut near the goal line. And that's a Tampa Bay touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers push the lead up to 12. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Nicks off the play action. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. They're going play action. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jamel Dean makes the play.
Good game.
And the Buccaneers take possession along the 32-yard line.
Well,
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers.
Good luck.
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Oh, he's got him in. His tight end, Goddard. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Hurts will work here from the pistol. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Hurts working in the pistol. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
Well, Mike, the other day we heard how the offensive coordinator wanted to start fast offensively, but here so far, it's been the pass rush and the defense who's gotten out to the quick start.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Now a run with the rookie out of Oregon. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. So got it. The tight end comes in motion. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Hurts. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick 6.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. Here now, 3rd and 5. Hurts to throw. That'll be intercepted. That's the linebacker, K.J. Britt. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback, just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
Set. Alert, 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 alert. Run, run, run. That's up.
Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Bucs will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. They'll run. It's Barkley. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. A pistol snap back to Hurts. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles are on the board. It's 10-7. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They send Evans in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
It's 1st down. You got to get the ball out of your hands. I understand trying to take a shot. I love it on early downs. But once it's not there and that protection starts to break down, it's either check down or throwaway. You don't want to be in 2nd and long.
On 2nd down, Baker. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Run. Good. Hey, alert 33.
Now Mayfield. This one intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reed Blankenship. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added.
And he will score. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown. And, Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
Point it right. Good.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Good. Hurry.
They send Evans in motion.
Alert. Done.
Throwing on 2nd down. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cooper DeJean.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
That is brought in at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Eagles are out to a 21-10 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, what I'm seeing play out there right now, Mike, is just a frustrated offense playing on tilt. And on the other side of the ball, I'm seeing a defense that's happily taking advantage of these decisions. I mean, how else do you explain 3 consecutive drives that result in a pick? I mean, each mistake just feeds the next. It feeds frustration. And all at the same time, it's leading to questionable throws and easy picks.
Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal. Here's Hurts. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You could just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways.
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. Elliott, good on the extra point. And the Eagles add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. Irving now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Going up top for Evans. And the Eagles will take over here just past the 30. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. Hurts to the air on 1st down. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've hit halftime, and it's the visitors, the Eagles, out on top. And we get you across the state to Orlando And check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Pistol. What's that?
On first down is Mayfield. And the reception for Chris Godwin.
Let's go.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Keys. What's that?
Baker to throw. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. It is a big play for the Buccaneers. 36 yards.
Set. Run. Regular. Hey, alert. What's that?
Throwing is Mayfield. He's got it at the 7. And the Bucs are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Regular. What's that?
Here's a run. And he's going to be stopped just short of the goal line. Couldn't reach that ball across, setting up second and goal. Here now, second down and goal.
Set. Run. What's that?
They'll try to run with White. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10. Running from the pistol with Barkley. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. A run up the middle with Barkley. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now he throws back over the middle. It is complete. Well, they hook up again. Second time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a first down. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Off the play fake, Hurts. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. He is in. C.J. Uzomah. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. Whoa! And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Kings! Hey, alert 33. Done.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. They send Evans in motion.
Point it right. Done.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's going to look downfield once again. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, that recovery certainly makes things a little more interesting, but you're still down 2 possessions, so you've got to work fast, score quickly, and then line back up and recover another one.
Hey, alert 33.
To throw is Mayfield. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. Here's Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Point it right. Good. Kings. Hurry. Done.
Mayfield. That is caught. And he won't quite make it to the pylon, but he's out of bounds right around the 1-yard line. About 19 yards on that one, and they're in business. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with White, and he will not get in from there. In fact, I think he was shoved backwards a little bit.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Now, 2nd and goal.
Alert.
One more time, it's White. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
And he's into the end zone. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Buccaneers. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So, certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. They'll drop to throw, and he will get into the end zone. The two-point conversion is successful, and game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So the deficit cut from 11 down to a field goal, as now they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
On the ground, this is Barkley. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense.
Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
And when they needed to come up with a play the most, Mike, this defense delivers. They desperately needed to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance to go pull this one out. Now they come away with a big takeaway, and at the end of this game, they got a shot.
That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second, as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
Hey, alert 33. Good. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
A second down throw for Mayfield. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to potentially send us to overtime. A lot on the line here. Fourth down and 9.
Pistol, pistol, pistol. Kings, Kings, Kings. Done.
They'll go. Mayfield. Pass thrown deep for Godwin.
Good game.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Now Barkley. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 1st and 10. Once again, it's Barkley. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one.